Okay, here we're going to look at adding new links in this row of circular icons, new images which will link to some useful resource. There are two parts to this process. Firstly, we'll have to make the image that goes in here, and secondly, we'll insert it and link it to the correct destination. Okay, so firstly, these are all images. They're actually PNG files, which is just a file format for graphics images, much like JPEG or GIF. And they're made using a very simple tool provided with your Google account called Google Drawings. I have, in fact, a template that I use, which I will make sure is shared with you. So here there is an image which is a Google drawing rather, which is made up of a number of shapes. These are, much as in PowerPoint, these are just circles and other shapes which are added on top of each other to give the overall effect that I wanted. What I want to do now is simply change the background color that we're going to use on here. So I'll click on the pale green circle and choose another color that we're going to use for this particular object. So let's make it a slightly darker blue or go across to something red. Yeah, let's do a red one for now. I'm actually going to do a Learning in Harmony logo on this one, so I'll get rid of the filler that we have in the middle at the moment. And now I need to find an image to go into this section in the middle. I already have one in Drive, so I'm going to insert an image from Drive. And here's the one I want, so I'll just put this in and insert. Now it's got some writing on the bottom, but when you drop an image into Google Drawings, you can crop the bits you don't need. So I'm going to immediately crop this image to be roughly circular. And now I can resize the image. I'll move the mouse to the corner of the frame and holding down the shift key so that the aspect ratio stays the same. I'm just going to make this a lot smaller so that now I can drop this in. You see the guidelines are telling me when I'm in the middle. So I'm right in the middle there. And that's okay. I might just change I might just change this to use one of the colors of the logo itself. So you can see now I've used a yellow. It doesn't actually look the same color, but it is absolutely the same color as the middle of this yellow section of the logo, but that'll do. Now what I need to do is drop that down by downloading as a PNG. So there we go. I've now saved to my computer a PNG version where I changed the color and I dropped in an icon. Okay, that's the end of the Google Drawings part of the job. Now what I want to do is come across to the website and go into edit mode. This row of circles here is in fact a table with invisible borders. If I go into the HTML, let's just put ourselves in the right section of the page, go into the HTML code, and although it looks scary, it isn't really. If I change the table so that instead of having a 0 width border, it now has a 1 pixel wide border, you'll see now that these images are all in fact in their own little cells within a table of horizontal cells. Now if I want to put another one on the end, I'm going to need another cell in this table. So the easiest way to do this is go into the HTML, and here, right at the end of the table, I've got the end of the table, the end of the row, that's the last cell. The cell is shown as TD in HTML. And I'm just going to copy that and paste it in twice. And now we'll see that I've got another cell at the end, a replica of the one before it. If I click on this and click on the X, it will remove the image from that cell. So now I've got an empty cell here. If I put myself in here and say insert image, I can now go and upload the image from my hard disk. There's the image that I just created, upload that, make sure I've got it selected and say OK. Now it's huge at the moment because it will fill as much space as it can, and all of these images are in fact set to do the same thing. They will occupy as much space as they're able to. That's good because people are going to be viewing this on different size devices, and we want it to work on any size device. So what I need to do is come back to this image and make sure that I've got the 100% link clicked. And that will make it, like everything else here, just take up as much space as all the others. The other thing I need to do is change where this is going to link to. So I might make sure that I've grabbed the address of the Trust website, and then I'll come back here, click on change, replace that link with where I want it to go, put a tick to say open this in a new window please, and OK. The last thing I need to do is just turn off this black border around the table again. So into the HTML, where it says table border equals 1, I'll change that back to border equals 0. And we are done. Click on save. And now if we click on that, we'll see that it links straight off to the desired destination. And that's all there is to it. Make an image using drawings, save it as a PNG, upload it into your website, and make sure it links to the right thing.